Network Entertainment.
Hello to everyone all over the world. Magkakasama na naman tayo sa isang gabing puno ng kwentuhan, tawanan, and bardagulan kasama ang leading voices of the Filipino youth. At pa rin ang ganito kasi yan, powered by the Pod Network. At kasama nyo pa rin ang inyong wandering go-getter ng Quezon City na for today, I won't be a conversationalist or a contributor, but rather a learner in this conversation. It's your boy, Jacob. And for today, it's a special conversation dahil feeling ko it's been a while and puro career development, puro self-learning ang ating topics. And for today, of course, our 20s isn't just about all those career stuff and about yourself, but it's also about allowing yourself to be a part of somebody else's life. And for today, may makakasama tayo wherein we will be talking more about making lande in your 20s. At kasama natin ang host of the Paano Kung Podcast, Joelle.
Hello! Hi, Jacob. Thanks for having me. Gusto ko yung student hat siya today.
Oo. Kasi this is the time wherein I must self-confess, hindi po ako marunong lumande. With all those failed attempts.
Oh my gosh.
Parang sure na my passing rate isn't that good.
Learning.
Yeah.
It's a skill.
Yeah. So for today, parang we're talking a lot about lande. And ikaw ba, what do you say is parang throughout the years of experience and everything, how confident are you with your skills?
Oh my gosh, my landi skills. They have been retired and calm for mga 6 years na ako nakapahinga. I mean,
yeah, I saw
publicly,
your success Bumble story.
Yes, I'm happily married. But the lande is still there. Ang asawa ko na lang yung kalandian ko, obviously. But as far as like skills, I think it's still there. Parang in an alternate universe, if I weren't like married, I still think I'd be having fun in a different era. It would be different, but I'm pretty proud of where my landi skills have taken me through the years. Yes.
Kaya nga when I saw your video dati, parang sabi ko, possible pala talaga ang success kasi parang ang daming nag-yearn, ang daming naghahanap sa Bumble, and everything, parang it all just boils down to dust after a while.
Yes.
I know. Kaya parang siguro isa sa mga first questions ko is, ang daming dating apps right now, ang daming opportunities to lande. There's that, parang Instagram, may mga sa TikTok na parang, di ba minsan may nagko-comment lang, tapos parang, single ka ba?
Oo, nagme-meet na there through the
Yeah.
comment section. Yes.
Minsan nagpa-followan na lang from there.
Oo.
Ang dami ng ways ngayon to meet people more than ever. Pero why do you think ang dami pa ring single?
You know what? I think this is something that I've encountered through the years na there will always be something that people complain about. Na people will always say that it's hard to date because of XYZ, because of like this. But then, I mean, it's hard to say kasi mga 6 years na ako that I haven't been dating. But I would have to say that I wasn't born this way. Hindi ako born na malandi. Medyo lang. And I learned...
Nal-learn pala siya.
I learned through the years, for sure. I mean, malandi ako bata pa lang, pero these are things that you kind of learn through the years by just putting yourself out there. Pero bakit marami pa ring single? Kasi marami pang hindi ready pa for what they think they want. Or people always say na, yun nga, it's hard to date in this generation, but I think it's hard because people think it's hard. But if we enter the mindset na ang daming cute sa mundo forever and ever, and there like sa bilyon-bilyong tao, the fact that you can meet and fall in love with other people online, and that's been happening na rin naman over the past like 10 to 15 years, this possibility meron pa rin. So marami ding in relationships na hindi masaya. So I think depende sa era of what you're looking for, and if you're honest with yourself kung ano ba talaga hinahanap mo na at this point of your life.
Actually. And also, parang isa din kasi sa mga common conversations in college was that paano na kami makahanap ng someone after? Kasi parang in college, it's
Yes.
easy kasi parang every sem, nagbabago ka ng class, you're in different spaces every now and then. So, ang pool mo of options, ang dami. Ang dami
Yes.
mong opportunities kasi kunwari may orgs ka, may mga parties, it's more easier. Pero totoo bang it gets harder after college na makahanap ng like person to date or maghanap ng prospect?
I think there are challenges there because iba talaga yung access. As someone, I didn't actually fully flirt in college. Hindi ko siya na-maximize kasi I was in relationships. Parang puro mga long-term college. I was after the college sweetheart narrative. That didn't work out. And it would have been nice to explore dating in college because of the access to so many different people. And not even within your school. Like even friends who work in a different, who
Yeah.
study in a different school, makikilala mo yung mga friends and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say it's immediately hard after unless you decide it is. Ganun pa rin siya eh. Kasi now that there are dating apps if you want to explore like people outside your circles, and then immediately after college, like, okay, hindi pa masyadong maraming pera, pero marami kang time. Marami ka pang energy para lumabas and to meet friends from college, to meet friends of friends, and you can still keep that going. Especially straight out of college, I think. Kasi mas may pera ka na ng onte. Not as much as before, pero yung parang, mas may freedom na to explore your time. So, I think there are gifts and opportunities in each era and stages of our life, I would say.
Pero how about for your experience? Was it harder nung parang after college era na? Like parang kasi syempre pag may job ka na parang tipong unlike classes na parang ang dami mo pang spare time in between. In times of work, you're there 8 hours, tas nagko-commute ka pa pauwi or whatever mode of transportation you do. Saan mo pa sisingit yung landi in that point, di
I
ba?
think it depends on how much you want it. Like, I understand, especially in this like economy din, it's harder lumande. Yun yung challenge nitong economy na mas traffic everywhere. Everything's more expensive. It comes with those challenges. But as someone who like loved the idea of lande in like particular stages of my 20s din, kung gusto mo may paraan, you will carve out time to be around the spaces that you want. So kung ang priority mo ay mag-workout, you will, di ba, may mga gumigising ng 5 a.m.
Actually.
para gawin yun before work. If the priority is to flirt, de after work, gagawan mo ng paraan. How much do you want it? Pero kung priority mo magpahinga, okay lang din naman. De yun yun, like something has to give. And it depends on which stage you are and what you would like to put more time and money and effort on. Ganon.
Actually,
That's what I would say.
totoo nga. Kasi minsan it's all about how much time you want to allot for it eh. Kasi hindi din naman siya dadating din sa'yo
Yes.
bigla.
Yes.
Or naniniwala ka ba sa parang organic encounter?
Yes, it's there. It's back again. I mean, what was this? Like, the rise of dating apps, I would say, in this country, parang it started trickling in mga 2015, 2016. Tapos, grabe,
Oo.
it had a second life in the pandemic. And then, I think now, because obviously, 6 years after, labas na tayo, we are in our hobby era.
Tsaka parang pagod na pagod ang mga tao, mga usap ng people online.
Pagod na rin ng mga tao online. So now there's more chances to do that as well. But the thing is kasi with dating apps for me, I mean, hindi naman sa bias ako kasi nakilala ko yung husband ko doon. But hindi kasi ako bumababad din sa dating apps eh. Like when I'd use it as a tool, as an avenue to meet people outside my circle. Pero hindi ako naghahanap ng ka-text eh. Kikitain ko pa rin sa, I meet right away. I don't waste my time getting to know your favorite color kung hindi kita masyado bet. Kikitain na kita and see if the vibes are already there. But now that people are focusing on exploring different hobbies, I think now is such a great time to do
Yeah.
that, especially in your 20s when like you don't have that many responsibilities. I mean, syempre merong mga breadwinners, syempre merong mga nagkakaanak agad-agad. It depends eh. But if you're in that era where hindi ka pa ready mag-anak and stuff, tapos you don't have to financially provide for family and stuff, and you can still carve out these things if it really matters to you. Yeah. Or organic encounter, now's the time to do that because everyone's out there. Everyone's looking for connection in person. So, yes, make the most out of it.
And ang dami nag-yearn for a meet cute eh.
Yeah.
Yung parang yung mga bookstore,
Yes, go after that. Parang, oh yeah, na-meet ko siya with the running club. Or yeah, I did this workshop and like there was this cutie, kaklase ko siya sa tabi ko. Like, yes, go for it.
Ang daming usually mga nakikita ko from like gym classes or mga hobby events like mga pottery or painting workshops.
With travel, yung mga trips,
Oh,
mga
yeah.
joiner, ganyan.
Actually, I had a friend na nagkaroon ng parang meet cute moment in Bali recently. Ending, wala din. Nagkausap sila buong night, hindi nakapag-exchange ng Instagram.
Pero nakapag-practice lumande.
Oo, at least nakapag-practice.
Yeah.
Pero andun pa rin yung sayang hindi nakuha yung Instagram.
At least natutunan,
Oo.
di ba? And I think that's what the 20s is for, honestly, when it comes to making lende. Like, you get better at it by doing it, by meeting different people, by making mistakes, like not getting that cute person's Instagram, by maybe saying the weirdest wrong thing, maybe. Kasama siya, oo.
Pero minsan kasi nakakatakot eh. Kasi parang you have this one shot. Parang you're also afraid na if I go out too weird, baka ma-turn off siya. Or if I go too aloof, magiging parang mag-hold back din siya kasi wala naman tong ka-energy and all that. Ang hirap maghanap minsan ng middle ground of how to be that perfect lende person, no? So, ito yung next kong question, kasi na-mention mo yung Bumble kanina and dating apps and being able to start that conversation. Ang dami kasing, yun din yung mahirap na starting point. Like, how do you initiate that conversation? Kasi usually, minsan, may mga moments yun na, kunwari, ako and my friend,
Yeah.
Parang we had that phase nung parang January na naghahanap kami nagde-dating app kami, tas nagpapakitaan kami, oh ito, what do you think? And then pag nag-match, parang, oh, anong gagawin natin? Anong sasabihin mo?
Right.
Ano yung naging strategy mo? Or parang, ano yung naging strategy ng mga people that approach you?
Right.
Or something that work in dating apps?
I will start with things that don't work. Hi and emojis and like a wave. Like, do away with that. Like, what do you want? Like, by even approaching and starting the conversation with just a hi, it says a lot about who you are and not wanting to even try to make an effort. So, yun pa lang, I never started any of my conversations with a hi. Especially parang sa Bumble kasi girls get to message first. Yeah, hello, hi, what's up? Emojis of like this, because what's the point? You want to meet people, then make that move and ask something different or at least interesting about the person. So what's helped me a lot is my rule of thumb is I would just ask based on their profile already. And like whatever they're showing, because they show what they want to show. So if it's that trip to Japan, uso pa ba yung yung ginagamit na background yung Tony?
Oh, I think.
Favorite kong background lahat na lang mga lalaki ganun lagi yung
Lahat nandun.
or wedding. Nasa wedding, para medyo formal, and then maybe doing some sport, and then sa Japan. So I think it's that, like making a comment maybe with their pet or something, hey, that's super cute, engaging in that. And I think now, like what's available in apps now is they show you what you're listening to. There are already prompts, right? Hindi ko na naabutan yon. But there are many entry points in conversations, and you assume that when you're in dating apps, you get to talk to many different people. So the many different people are probably also talking to many different people. So how will you be remembered as the person who just said hi?
Actually.
So, dun pa lang, be interested in the person and also in the way you curate. Like, show the different aspects of your life that you think makes you and interesting and cool. That you think is pretty cool too. Not parang, picture ko to parang sa profile ko, ganyan. So, it's these questions that are a little different. And you can also start and go deep and see how they respond to that. You can get weird if you're weird and you want to see how they react to it. I remember my kind of go-to line during the pandemic was like, how has the pandemic been treating you? How have you been? Kamusta sanity mo? Ganon. Like, I go straight to that because I don't want to say hi. Hi.
Uso pa ba during, lagi pa bang ginagamit yung time mo yung kunwari like, ano yung favorite color mo? O minsan, umabot pa nga sa, anong favorite mo number sa electric pa?
That's so funny. I mean, that was already a joke. Pero realistically, I did not have those conversations with people. Kasi nga, my go-to thing talaga was to see the people right away. So, if I vibe, I think they're cute online and like nag-reply siya ng maayos, hindi siya bastos, kikitain ko na agad. I'd meet up. Hindi ko yun ni-recommend nung pandemic, obviously. But now that you can, if you guys vibe, meet up in somewhere very low pressure and see if you match. Kasi I think the trap that people fall into when they're in dating apps is they just keep, or even online, if sliding into the DMs and stuff like that and meeting in the comment section, chat lang kayo ng chat, na in love ka na pero hindi mo pala siya type in person or like,
or never nyo nakita yung chemistry nyo together.
Oo, hindi pala kayo match talaga ng vibe in person. So, it was those things that I was like, okay, I was very clear that I didn't wanna spend so much time figuring out the favorite number ng electric fan and see muna if the vibes were good in person. So, that was it for me when I'd meet people online.
Kaya parang sometimes in dating apps, there's kind of that sweet spot na, okay, parang in this window, kailangan at least you find a way na mag-meet na kayo agad.
Yeah.
Kasi like, kunwari umabot na siya ng 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Tapos chat lang kayo ng chat, parang wala na ito pupuntahan.
Oh. Yeah, and it's also the time because they're talking to other people also. Probably, hindi mo rin alam na baka may mas gusto siyang ibang tao. And then, 3 weeks na nag-uusap lang kayo, ang dami mo nang nalaman about this person pero hindi pala kayo match pala ng vibes talaga. So, yun yung things that I considered when dating also. Yun.
And another hesitation ng mga tao is yung parang takot ma-reject, takot na ma-judge, na parang to come across too goofy or too weird, or i-create nila yung self nila to be like this person. How do you have that confidence to make that move and to be authentically you pa rin in dating apps?
I think it's part of the dating process that you kind of play the game also, because you're still figuring out if you like this person or not, if you like who you are at that point in time, if naghahanap ka lang ng makakausap or may magsasabi sa'yo na or masasabi mo na may kasama ka, may dinedate. I think it's part of that. And then eventually, if you stay in that game, you'll get tired playing that game. Because why spend so much energy curating a version that you still have to dilute just so someone will like you? Parang there was a point in my life where the goal was to be chosen, and then things shifted for me and I was like, okay, I want you to want me for who I am. I'm not gonna be playing games anymore. I'm not gonna wait 3 business days before I reply to you. If I like you, I'll let you know. And if you don't like that, in my muchness, edi hindi tayo ang para sa isa't isa, because I am this person. I am weird in many different ways. I can be a lot. And yes, it sucks, the rejection. Hindi ko naman din na downplay yun. Kasi, it's like when you want something, you want this great opportunity and you didn't get it, syempre malulungkot ka. So, it's okay to be sad, cry over this person that you really, really like. But then if they didn't like you, you kind of hopefully learn through dating na it's just part of it. It's like when you're, shopping for a top and it just doesn't fit. It doesn't mean na walang kwenta yung balakang mo kasi hindi kasya yung pants. It's just not the right pair for you. And the sooner we get to not take things personally, even if it is deeply personal, because obviously it's a relationship, but as soon as we just not take that rejection personally, na parang, okay, hindi naman kasi, that doesn't say anything about my worth porque ni-reject niya ako. Then it becomes easier. Then you can move with more like safety in yourself. Kasi pinakita mo na kung sino ka versus you curate and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be nonchalant. They fell in love with your nonchalant version. Are you even nonchalant in the first place?
Tapos pag later down the line, biglang, ay, hindi pala ikaw to.
Oo. And like, hindi naman ako yun eh. Pero na-in-love siya sa nonchalantness mo. And it's like, sino niloloko mo?
Sarili mo lang. Tsaka yung other
Tsaka yung ibang
person.
tao. Oo.
Pero I super gets kasi it's hard for us na parang if you introduce this kind of persona and then hindi naman pala ikaw yun. So, who are they falling in love with? It's someone else.
Yun nga. Diba? So, people adjust to that. Na, okay, I don't wanna sound like I'm too excited or too weird. Eh, kung excited ka as a person sa buhay, kung weird ka naman talaga and you love these little unique things, why would you dim your light just so you're chosen by this cute person who might be boring? Kasi hindi pala siya ganun ka excited over the things, and those things will come out eh. So parang if you wanna spend your time more wisely, wag mo na i-filter sarili mo and show yourself as who you are. There was a point din in my life where I think, medyo sumakto na rin sa pandemic, pero parang pag nakikipag-date na ako, hindi na ako nagme-makeup. I was like, bahala na kayo dyan. I'm an awesome person and ito na yun. I don't even wanna change it. Para it works both ways kasi parang it takes out the whole visual aspect of it, and it's like if you don't care about it, perfect. And then pag nag-ayos ako, ano ka ngayon?
Surprise!
It worked so well for my husband that first time, nung parang that first date na nag-ayos talaga ako, and I was like it works, yeah.
Pero ang ganda din nun kasi nafe-filter out din. Kasi some people are very visual lang eh. And parang pag nagsuscroll, okay, cute siya, okay, sige.
Yeah.
Pero hindi naman siya nag-review ng profile. At least nafe-filter out like people who are really interested.
Yeah.
Yun yung tinatawag na quality assurance.
Oo. Yeah, so I think there's more to gain by putting yourself and showing yourself for who you are, showing up as who you are as a person versus editing, and then ang hirap din i-sustain.
Oo. Kasi I feel like yung parang when you fake it, parang you can only fake it until a certain point. Later down the line, makikilala niya din kung sino ka.
Totoo.
And with that, how do you build that confidence na yung ipepresent mo is, okay, I would introduce myself na kung sino ako, or parang if I feel excited, I'll show that. How do you build that confidence na, sige, take me as I am? Kasi obviously, parang at that age, parang the teenage, the 20s, there's that parang self-deprecating ka pa eh, na
Right.
parang, baka they won't like me for me. Or maybe they would like me if I become this person.
Right.
So, what was your journey into finding that confidence into, okay, this is me. Okay. This is who I present myself as.
I think a big thing about confidence is you kind of figure that out along the way, and you grow and build confidence by doing hard things. Na, ang hirap nun pero nagawa ko. Yay, self! Wah! Points. Parang may added points siya. And it's also through getting rejected. Na you say the wrong things. You make a mistake. You make a fool out of yourself. And then you realize, hey, wait, that wasn't the end of the world. We still trudge on. We still continue. There's a reason why rejection therapy works a lot. Like, you go for the experience. You see na, okay, rejection, it's not the end of the world. But if you kind of avoid heartbreak and rejection, hindi titibay yung loob mo. So, when you get rejected, when you go through these breakups again and again, you're reminded na, wait, masakit, iyak ko talaga. I will feel it. I never say the ends of things are like less painful. They're always painful eh. Pero, it's still data in my brain na, we did this before, we can do this again, we can rise up. So it's coupled with that, na going through this over and over again, and then getting better at finding out what you like as a person, who you are. And you also get to do that through dating different people din eh. Kasi iba-ibang versions yung nakikita mo eh. Parang, ito si person A, nilalabas yung soft side ko. Or itong ko, parang, oh my gosh, parang hindi pala ako maayos makipag-usap. Pag with this person, I get so nervous. Or this other person, shucks, gusto ko siyang habulin kahit na ano. Like, and then you say, wait, what version of yourself do you actually like when you're with this person versus with your friends? And how do you give and accept love as well? So I think that's built through time for sure. And maybe therapy and healing, ano din, kasi you also have to reflect and choose differently if you want different results.
And I agree that we learn and we improve ourselves parang through meeting a lot of people, which I feel like sometimes it really helps na you don't end up, kasi parang 'di ba may ano sila na, oh, it would be nice to end up with my first
Right.
with the first jowa and all, but it's also nice na you get to experience that, oh, you're dating around, you're meeting different people, you're growing throughout the process, kasi that's how you see also na, okay, this person I get to be like this person, na-unleash niya tong persona na to. Parang there's that growth with every single person that
Yeah.
you meet.
Yeah, and I think people are also kind of afraid to be seen as trying and putting themselves out there. And yung to be seen, oh my gosh, may dinedate na naman siyang iba. Hindi nag-workout. Oh my God, nagtatry na naman siya. There could also be that, yung being rejected many times. But then, if your goal is to be able to learn and see things through and collect these experiences, ano naman ngayon kung sabihin kang malandi? Hindi ba naman talaga malandi ka? Hindi ba? Is it that bad? Does it mean you're a bad person? No, you just like meeting different people and seeing if it works. I'd be worried if I were told like I'm a shitty person versus being malandi. I think it's that. Like owning who you are and what you want in life also.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Kasi parang there's nothing wrong with dating as long as you're available, as long as you're
Not hurting other
single,
people,
and
yes.
wala kang nasasaktang ibang tao, or parang yung dinidate mo is not taken. What's wrong with
Yeah.
dating? What's wrong with putting yourself out there?
Exactly.
Kasi that's how we all grow. And throughout the process, na dating isn't just about like hitting up on dating apps and such. There's a lot of that forward, backward in terms of dating. Lalo na if sometimes it's also that, alam mo yung song ni Taylor Swift na Ruin the Friendship.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of situations like that.
Yes.
Parang in this generation, should I make a move? Should I not? Kasi actually with some of my friends, nagkaroon ako parang advice na hiningi sila from me. It's parang I was like, parang feeling ko na cross mo na kasi yung line of, parang there's that soft spot na itong time period na to, parang pwede pang i-transition eh. Pero parang after a while, parang friends na lang yan. So ikaw ba, parang how do you know if like that or someone is actually interested, or what they're showing is maybe just friendship, or they're just being nice? Kasi there's a lot of times na people think, ang bait niya, baka he's just being nice.
Yeah.
Or ay gusto niya ako, ay nice lang pala siya.
If you want a clear answer, then ask a clear question. But there is also excitement and being like, oh my gosh, are we not? There is that really fun push too. As someone, ganun talaga, I really enjoyed collecting experiences. So yung parang, oh my gosh, mayroon akong crush na friend ko, pero hanggang ganun lang, okay lang, nice siya sa akin, pero nice din sa iba. Okay lang, I will keep it that way because there's that boundary. But if it's like weighing deep inside, tapos matagal mo na siyang iniisip, parang malalim, parang naruin na rin yung friendship na yun because you're already there. You've already crossed some type of threshold in that sense na if you want the clarity, it's one thing to do like, okay, hahatid ka, ano ba yung mga usual basics na, hinahatid ka, ano ba, pinibigyan ka pagkain,
Walking
kausap
with you.
mo, hinuuwi, parang walking with you home or to the sakayan,
Tataling kumain ka na,
magkausap kayo 24/7, like okay, very gray area, but one thing that I would probably like maybe question is if there's like more physical, like bumababad yung sa kamay na, o yung yakap, like, oh, may slight caress here, or ay, may gumagano ng onti yung kamay, may mga ganon. And if you want to know, you'll be like, be, ano yan? Kasi medyo crush kita, pero kung wala naman to, okay lang din. Like, and if it's awkward, and I think the people's fear is like, baka maging weird, baka i-reject ka, pwede. Kung ayaw mo, edi wag mong tanongin. But awkwardness, rejection, you only get to decide if it's the end of the world, if it's na ganon. You can just acknowledge that it was a weird moment. Sabi, ang weird mo, sabi mo, ginanon mo ko. Like, ano yun, diba? Call it out for what it is. If you're really friends, you can get past it. But if you're not, and then maybe hanggang dun lang. There was nothing else that you could have done that would have changed that. Like, I remember I had a really good friend na fell in love with me at a certain point. And like, we would talk talaga like a lot, and like it really crossed that boundary, and we didn't talk for a time because I didn't feel that same way, and yeah, we weren't friends for a while, but wala, we got to come back as friends again and like get past that weird phase. And that's kind of how life can surprise you anyway. If you're meant to be friends, you will also always be in each other's lives in that way. Ganon.
Yeah, I agree with that. And parang you'll find your way back to each other. Whether that's as platonic as it is or maybe romantic. Parang feeling ko din, you'll always find your way into each other's lives in whatever purpose that you're meant to serve.
Hi, I'm Joelle. I talk for a living and I'm an overthinker. Life keeps going and the questions keep coming. But I hope you find comfort in the fact na hindi ka mag-isa. Ang dami nating overthinker, no? Sa ups and downs, twists and turns ng buhay, paano kung ituloy lang natin ang paghanap ng kasagutan? Ready? Tara! This is Joelle's Podcast. Paano kung? Powered by the Pod Network.
I agree yung being able to ask. Pero, hindi ba nakakatakot? Parang feeling ko kasi parang tipong there's always that I don't want it to be weird. I don't want to be awkward. Kasi parang laging may worry ka na parang would I risk the friendship that we had? Parang let's say it's a 5-year friendship or it's a childhood best friend kind of friendship na let's say 14 years, 13 years. Parang how do you balance out the risk?
I think
to that?
choose the discomfort. Kasi you're already in the discomfort of confused kung ano to, will they not, and what is this ba talaga? Kung ayaw mong i-ruin yung friendship, edi sige, wag mo nang tanungin, and then maybe things won't change. But that won't guarantee that you'll always be friends forever. Like, things can still happen. What if like magkajowa na siya, tas nakikita mo nagmomomol sila sa harap mo, tas parang friendship, friendship pa rin, kaya mo. Some people get past it, or you work through the discomfort of that quick moment na ano to be? It doesn't have to be ano to? Mahal mo na ba ako? Papakasalan mo na ba ako dahil hinawakan mo kamay ko? Like, it's in the delivery also. So, if you truly are friends, you're like, bete ka lang. Ano yan? Ano to? And I guess if you approach it in that light way, like, you can laugh it off and maybe joke about it, make it like a funny thing. But if you think it's really a really heavy thing na parang, gusto mo ba ako? Like, oh my God, could this be something? So it depends on the risk you're willing to take, or the discomfort at least that you're willing to live with. Ganon siya for me.
And ang mahirap din doon is if you are the one feeling it. Yung parang yung yung act na ipapagpag mo yung feelings mo.
Yeah, and if you're choosing also to keep the friendship, tas hindi mo tatanungin, then set the boundary. Friends don't hold hands, hindi sila nagtatabi sa kung san-san ng may parang palinger. Then be clear with that. Mag-decide ka. Kasi kung ikaw hindi rin malabo ka, edi yan, magugulo. Lalabas at talabas yung kung anong kalabuan na yan kung hindi nyo i-address.
Totoo. And parang you are what you tolerate. Na parang kung masasaktan ka.
You get what you tolerate. Hindi naman are.
you get what you tolerate.
Nakakapit yung katauhan mo sa tinolerate mo. Di naman.
Na medyo na mali yung isang word. Medyo
Outcome lang. Clarify natin na you get it lang. Hindi mo deserve. Kasi sometimes people also say that you deserve what you tolerate. Hindi. Ano lang siya? Cause effect.
Oo.
Tinanggap mo sa buhay mo, yun yung mararating. Deserve mo, hindi necessarily pwede ganyan.
Pero nakuha mo kasi yun yung tinanggap mo eh. Parang because these are the things na okay with you, na parang you sit with, that okay, even if it's uncomfortable, it's a matter of how long can you live with it. Yes. And
Important yung
my gosh.
distinction na
Sorry,
yun,
guys. Erratum po. Buti na lang sa episode mismo na erratum siya. Pero siguro another thing is that red flags also is one key factor. Kasi in this generation, or parang feeling ko in generations past, ang daming talks about, etong act na to, red flag to, or parang this person is a red flag. Ikaw ba, ano yung distinction mo of like, what red flags were you willing to tolerate and which red flags were you like, okay, this is something I want to avoid?
I think that's why it's like, it's very clear talaga. It's important na at the start, you're very clear with what you really value and you're honest with yourself. Because I remember, dati sabi ko, ayokong nagyoyosi, may ganon. But I ended up being with someone for many years kahit na nagyoyosi siya. So parang the words, the things we say and the way we move things, yung actions, parang dapat aligned siya. Even if I said that it mattered to me na hindi nagyoyosi yung tao, me staying showed that what mattered more was being with someone and being chosen. But in a more fleeting note of red flags, yung mga taong unavailable, simply emotionally unavailable. A lot of these people say naman agad-agad that they're not ready for a relationship or that they're broken.
Pero magugulat ka after a few months, ay, paano to nakita ko sa newsfeed ko?
That's true. But yeah, those are red flags that we kind of we know in theory that we should avoid. But if we're in that era where we're not sure really about what we want, parang we say we want a relationship, but our actions don't really match. Kasi we choose the people who are clearly not good news, or yun nga, ayaw nila ng same things. Even saying that, na mahikipag-break, or they'd say ayaw ko ng relationship, and then ifo-force natin. Sometimes pinipilit pa rin. When then, yun nga, we see that they're with other people, like those are clear signs na it's not that they didn't want a relationship. They just didn't want a relationship with you specifically. Does it mean you're terrible as a person? Hindi ka mahal-mahal? Hindi lang kayo yung match sa isa't isa. I would liken it to when you're finding the right fit of pants. If this doesn't fit, you don't squeeze in and torture well, a lot of people do that. But ideally, you don't squeeze into that and force yourself into a situation. You find something where you can breathe in and fit in. And hindi kasalanan ng pantalon na yun yung size niya. Hindi rin kasalanan ng balakang mo or yung size mo na yun yung size mo. Hindi mo deserve. It's just a case of it's just not a good match. Yeah.
But how about people na when they say na I keep on attracting red flags. Parang everyone I've been dating, puro red flag. Like for example, like she in a relationship, or parang just different kinds of red flags for them, or whatever they believe is a red flag. Ano yung advice, or ano yung why do people keep attracting, or why do people get attracted to red flags?
Well, yung when you get attracted to red flags, that's a different parang you get attracted to red flags because there are still a lot of unresolved things and issues from the way you viewed relationships before, your experiences. Those are familiar kasi most of the time yun naman yung reason. Like in theory, you're not supposed to be with someone who isn't kind, who is mean to you, who isn't emotionally available and stuff. But because that's what you grew up knowing, then you kind of end up like gravitating towards
I think
that.
tatawag yun ng daddy issues.
Oo, daddy mommy issues, ganyan, mga unresolved things. And that's why taking the time to really understand why you move around lande is important. But then, when it comes naman to why do you attract the same type of people na laging cheater or whatever, player, whatever, like that, well, you are the common denominator in that circle. Sa lahat ng mga dinate mo, sino yung persistent, ano yung same piece out of all those experiences that's always there, that factor, and that's you. So, do you give these people the light of day? Do you, parang entertain? Parang it's easy to attract. They can come to you, pero kung di mo silang pansinin, they won't stay there forever. They can stay much longer, but if you don't, entertain it at all, then that can go away if you choose differently. So, I think that's one thing to also take into account na what are the red flags that you're drawn to, that you find yourself running towards kahit alam mong masakit na, yeah, woo! pain.
Tanggap lang.
Oh, but then that's also, I think there's also a gift in that experience, in that era. As someone who likes learning by doing. Not the healthiest. Pero sometimes I was like, wala, I had that phase where I was like, oh, go, saktan mo ako. I want to see this through. Para walang mga regrets and stuff. I could have done things differently, but I wouldn't, like, these lessons wouldn't have stuck, and I wouldn't be able to share this also with others if I didn't appreciate what it felt like to be treated not so great and then treated really great. So may kanya-kanyang gifts. But if you want to spare yourself some time, wag na. Okay lang.
Actually, totoo daw yun. Parang sometimes yung learning process ng person is to be able to experience it firsthand.
Yeah.
Kasi, like, for example, personal experience. Like, people would tell me, oh, wag now. It's okay na. Parang, let's end this year. Pero parang tipong, hindi, parang kaya pa naman i-pause. Parang, alam ko naman masasaktan ako, pero let's see kung ano, baka mamaya, kaya pa naman.
Yeah, you see it through. You'll pick up the lessons. Kaya hindi talaga, I hardly ever say na leave a situation, breakan mo yung tao, unless it is obviously abusive. That is a different, ano na parang, huy. But even if those things happen, like, it's still the person's choice kasi they know when they will stop this relationship. They know within themselves when they leave or walk away from it.
Tsaka it's up to them, or parang it's up to their pain tolerance.
Yan din.
Kasi sometimes, kailangan mo lang ma-reach yung threshold na tipong, okay, naranasan ko to or nangyari to, okay, I'll just walk away.
There will always be that moment.
Yeah,
Yung parang, I'm done. Okay na, ayoko na.
Kasi minsan kailangan din yun eh. Kasi if sometimes may mga people na pag hindi nangyari yun, sige, parang pwede pa mangyari in the future.
Yes.
Pag baka umokay pa siya and everything.
Yes.
Parang tipong baka may chance pa. And throughout the episode, we've been talking na about dating, about relationships, about dating apps, and parang also friendship lang de. Pero one thing also that this needs is to be single. And siguro my next question is, in those times then, how did you appreciate your moments of singlehood? And how did you strengthen yourself throughout that process?
My favorite part about being single is finally having the opportunity to do the things I've wanted that, wala lang, for some reason, hindi ko lang siya nagawa because either ayaw ng jowa ko at the time or I was just too enveloped in the relationship to even think about doing other things. That was one. Yung parang finally I had the opportunity to do those things. Another one is seeing my friends and family and having that love poured into me na sometimes, because wala, sobrang I love romantic love. I just loved love in that sense. And for me, yun lang, hopeless romantic, yun lang talaga. But being single and having that moment of having friends and family just be there to support me and not having to play games, not having to pretend to be a certain type of person and tatanggapin ka lang for who you are and loving you. Parang, okay, this love exists. Why have I been tolerating subpar love from other people? And then another thing was admitting to myself that I did not want to love myself. In-outsource ko lang sa ibang tao to for the longest time. And it's like, wait, why did I wait for people to do that to me? Kaya ko naman siyang ibigay sa sarili ko. Ano ko ba sa sarili ko? And there was a lot of questions on how I felt in my relationship with myself. And dun ko rin na-realize na, wait, you know what? I'm a pretty awesome person. I can do these things. I love this way. And why don't I give this to myself? And then I think that's when things started to shift for me, aside from also taking the time to finally face myself. Pandemic then, so I didn't have the chance to use my usual coping mechanisms, which is go out with friends and not talk about my problems and travel. Yeah. So, yung time na, yun yung first time in the pandemic, especially na when the world stopped and I had no choice but to focus on what was going on and be like, ano ba talaga ang problema natin? Ano ba gusto natin sa buhay natin? Girl. So, yun. That was the gift. There were so many gifts from being single.
I agree. And parang yun yung time na you're able to spend a lot more time with friends and to yung time din parang mas lalo mong nakikilala yung ibang tao outside na tipong people that you don't see romantically. You see
Yeah.
platonically na parang you get to know them more or be there for them more. Kasi a lot of times when people are in a relationship, parang tipong nawawala na sila sa
Yes.
friendship o di kaya pag may ganap, wala
Laging
or
nandyan.
laging may plus one.
Yeah, so it's important to kind of know who you are outside of that. And because of that experience for me when I was single, I made that promise to myself na aside from being clear now with how I wanted my relationship to be moving forward, I made that promise na okay, hindi ako mawawala hindi ko mawawala sarili ko. For one, I'm still gonna be dating and figuring out who I am in different eras of my life. I will still make time for my friends and family, whether or not my husband is there. My times that I have my own adventures, and it makes it more fun because there are things na pagkukwentuhan. Ganon.
And ang ganda din nun kasi it's really, feeling ko in a relationship, it's also important na nagkakaroon kayo ng parang development na things that you do alone, things you do together. So kasi parang feeling ko if you're just in that codependent space, parang it's really hard for you to navigate also that time alone or parang figuring yourself out. And lalo na for example, you get out of a relationship, being able to figure out sino ba talaga ako outside of this, after all this.
Yeah, that is a crisis on its own. Yung parang, ano tong nangyayari? And I think like you can minimize that kind of crisis if you always have the anchor of going back to yourself and the things that matter to you. Kaya siya, and I think that's the reason why I stopped being so scared of breakups and rejection also. Kasi parang may babalikan ako lagi. Yes, iiyakan ko. Mawawasak ako ng sobra-sobra. Pero okay lang. Eventually, there will be the light at the end of the tunnel and I will find joy in life again. Ganon siya.
Truly. And I feel like that's very, very important na at the end of the day, kung iwan mo ko, I'm still me. Yeah.
Like, iiyakan talaga kita. Like, I think it's important to acknowledge there will be hurt.
Oo.
But it's so freeing to know na I'm gonna bounce back again. And that can definitely shift so many things from being so afraid of being left and rejected. Ganon.
And for people naman na kunwari in their 20s and still single, parang na yung mga tao sa paligid mo, ang daming taken, ang daming nag-a-announce na ng kanilang engagement, ng kanilang baby.
Right, yes.
Tapos parang, how do you find peace with being single in an era where a lot of people are already like moving forward with different chapters?
I think it's very important first to understand na for most of your life, like, when you start school, sabay-sabay kayo lahat with your peers and your classmates na, okay, we're doing the same thing, taking the same classes most of the time, right? And generally going through the same life phases. It's in our 20s kasi na nabubuwag na yun, diba? You graduate and then suddenly, wala na, it's free for
Iba-ibang
all.
pace na.
Kanya-kanya ng, curriculum, people travel, people get pregnant all of a sudden after that. They take another degree. They go masters and kung ano-ano. And that's the beauty of it also na wala nang susundan. And it's deeply ingrained kasi na, may 25, 26, dapat kasal ka na and all of these things. You have these checklists and all of that. And it only takes not achieving those milestones where you're gonna have to kind of face yourself, I guess, and be with yourself and see if do you really want those for yourself or did you want those because that's what society told you to want. So I think it's important to be honest with that, no? And if there are things you can control, then go after it. Like if you wanted to get that house, what can you do now to be able to get to that as quick as you can? Yeah, I think seeing other people and feeling inget, it's kind of a signal on maybe things that you might want for yourself. Pero you should know the distinction between, do you really want it for yourself? What if no one saw or no one knew that you had it? Would you still want it? And feeling behind, I think there will always be that because there will always be someone in front of you and you will always be in front of someone else. And okay lang, you can be sad about it. You can grieve the future of not being wifed up or hubbied up at 26 or so, 27 or so. Pero okay na yun kesa naman you marry the wrong person. Like, in my oh my God, nag-mid-30s na ako. I had a lot of friends get married early on and have kids and they're no longer together. Like, they checked the list of like, at this age, ganyan-ganyan, pero hindi na sila. It's their own journey. But see, we wouldn't know that in hindsight. Like, we wouldn't know how things would fall into place. May kanya-kanyang stories naman and lessons yun. I'm not saying that theirs is worse because they got, parang kanya-kanya siya. So, if you want that relationship by this age, they go force mo. But usually it isn't the great thing that happens when you force things that you're not ready for, or maybe that's not in line yet with what should happen for your life. Like, focus on what you can control, use those things as guides and what you want, and then just keep going. The things that are meant for you, like, you will not miss it. Kasi basta as long as you keep showing up in however way you can.
And I feel that's very, very important kasi in this day and age, ang daming nagko-compare with each other. Like, people, itong face na sila. They're in their baby shower era. They're in their engagement era. And where am I?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very important nowadays. And now, moving forward naman to our next segment wherein, since this is a paano kung XGKY collab. Eto na talaga, totoo na to. We'll be having a parang Q&A wherein I'll be giving some paano kung questions, and these Gen Z questions just need a ganito kasi yan
Let's go.
answer. So eto, paano kung nireject niya ako noon pero nagpaparamdam ulit siya ngayon?
If I were in your shoes, ganito kasi yan. I will see it for what it is. I'll see it through na. Nireject niya ako, tapos pinili niya ako. Might as well. Let's see if it's actually gonna work out or not. I mean, how else will you know? But if you're the type of person na parang, nireject ako, ayoko na, edi wag na, diba? Be true to what you want. Pero kung there's a part of you that's like, wait, crush ko pa rin siya. Because, there are so many things that can happen. It could be like, it's maybe a good chance now. Maybe aligned na pala kayo ngayon.
Oo.
Or maybe aligned kayo for 2 weeks and then wala na. At least you saw it through na. Hindi na siya paano kung sa buhay mo. So if you want to see it through, then take it. But if you're done, no. Okay, no, it's okay. I'm done. You just missed your train. Ganda ka either way.
Actually, ang ganda nun kasi whatever happens, at least nakita mo na you gave it a chance and no regrets.
Yes.
Paano kung break na kami pero ini-invite pa rin ako ng family niya sa events?
Oh my gosh, that is so tricky. I think my rule of thumb would be if wala pa siyang jowa.
Pwede pa.
Sige.
Pag meron na.
Joke lang. And if okay lang sa kanya, dun sa ex ko, obviously, if my ex doesn't want me there, I wouldn't go.
So even if the family,
Kasi if parang matagal na, yung parang may mga ganon, I can imagine that there's still that relationship outside. Pero siguro kung parang overnight trip to somewhere else, maybe wag na. I'll set those boundaries. But if it were like a big family event, tas parang ang close nyo na, at walang jowa, but if you wanna simplify, wag na. See, everything, it's like, things are so, nuanced.
So how about like maintaining relationship with, like kunwari kapatid of an ex and everything? What's your on that?
I think set boundaries. Yun muna. Parang, I would continue, but if it's like, ando na, the relationship is there, tas kung sinabi na ng ex kong wag, okay, I will respect that. Okay na, ganon. Kasi like right now, I'm still mutuals with like like some family members ng ex ko. It's not like we hang out or anything, but like, yay, ganyan. Kasi like, may separate relationship din, na ganon. But I wouldn't like cross boundaries anymore. Lalo na pag parang, but if you wanna heal, edi wag na. But I get it kasi sometimes that there are things that you just wanna get it out of your system.
And
so do
lalo
it.
na kung good breakup.
Yeah. it'll fade eventually. Like things will like I could also think about like I had the mom of my ex. She would like greet me like Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday for like 5 years pa
Oh my
after
God.
we broke up. Like consistently. Hindi ko na masyadong in-entertain kasi may jowa na. Parang thank you po, ganyan. Wala nang ano. It's just understanding where you are and like,
siguro respect na rin na sumagot
respecting
and everything.
and the relationship. Na ganun lang. Not being like, bida-bida ka dyan sa family reunion na may jowa na. Parang okay na, move on na.
Minsan, baka ikaw pa yung nasa gitna. Oo. Eto, paano kung gusto ko siyang landiin pero magkaibigan kami ng ex niya?
If you wanna simplify your life, wag na. Pero I have also encountered people like that na kaibigan, yung gusto mo landiin, friend niya yung ex mo. Tama ba?
Kaibigan kami. Magkaibigan kayo ng ex niya. So like for example, yung ex-girlfriend niya, friend mo.
No, I would just aalagaan ko yung friendship. Unless, medyo kebs lang. I will ask. Depends on what I value. Parang kung mas importante, like let's say they were together for like 7 years, parang, wag na.
Or paano kunwari college classmate
Kung
lang?
ganyan, college classmate lang, ganyan, or like super bilis lang na wala masyado. I mean like, medyo cute siya. Do you mind if I would talk to my friend about it. Para it's not weird. Versus kinda just jump into it and explore it. Yun yung mga i-consider ko. But if like, let's say barkada, tas
Ay,
magkikita pa kayo lagi, ganyan.
Or dinadala mo yung jowa mo sa
Oo.
group,
Okay lang ba? Sige, gawin mo. Pero pag chichismisan ka niyan, sure. And it's gonna be a little awkward. Yun lang. Those are things to
Tas
consider.
ang weird kung dati siya yung dinadala, tapos ngayon ikaw naman magdadala.
Yeah. I know some people who've done that. And
my
like,
God.
power through lang sila. Ako personally, maybe not na.
Oo. Ito naman yung next. Paano kung workmates kami ng ex ko? Kailangan ba kaming maging friends or sapat ng maging civil?
I think civil is enough. Like, in the first place, diba, they say don't shit where you eat. Ay. Pero wala, ganun eh. Minsan may cute lang talaga sa office.
Totoo.
Yun lang. I think for people, I get that question a lot, na parang mga coworker, ganyan, na nagkaka-something, ganyan. And it's like, if you are okay with someday breaking up and then you're gonna see each other every day, sige, tuloy mo lang. But most of the time, it's so hard. So if ganyan, like, nag-break kayo, you don't have to be friends. Get the job done. If you have to stay in that job, I don't know how you can move on that quickly. But civil, you don't owe them friendship.
Ito naman. Paano kung matagal na kami nag-uusap araw-araw pero hindi ko alam kung flirting ba to or friendship lang?
If you want a clear answer, ask that. Ask mo agad. But if it's super weird na parang friendly, I think eventually it'll either die down or get more intense. And that's where you can, if you don't want to ask, if you don't want to ask about it agad-agad, and then just see how it goes. See, ikaw, mafo-fall ka deeply. Risking lang that you're gonna fall deeper into it. But if you wanna be clear with it right away, then tanungin mo na siya. Ganun.
Ito yung pinaka-last. Paano kung ayoko ng dating app? Saan ba ako lulugar para makakilala ng tao organically?
Then put yourself out there. Go, tell your friends, guys, reto nyo ako. I am ready to date. And then go and like explore your hobbies, the things that you enjoy doing, and be visible there. Be approachable. Go and party, hang out in however way that is, and be open to it. Kasi sometimes people are like, gusto ko ng organic encounter, pero laging nasa cellphone. Or pag nasa labas, parang, tulungan mo naman sarili mo. Ayaw mo na nga ng dating apps. Gusto mo ng organic encounter pero hindi ka naman gagalaw. Tapos pag kinausap ka naman, Day, wag na talaga.
Kailangan nakiki-cooperate ka din.
Oo. Be approachable and landiable also, I think. Like, it's fine. But again, a reminder, the dating app is just a tool. You can just meet and talk for a couple of days and meet up and see. It's not the pillar of your love story. Really.
I agree. So thank you so much,
Thanks for
Miss
having
Joelle.
me.
Thank you so much for being here. And so, ang dami kong natutunan sa'yo today, which I think will be useful
Yay!
moving forward
I
sa
love
mga
it.
next chapters. And ayun, I think this is the space, like for example, if they've discovered you here, or where can they follow you or your podcast?
Hi! Ano tawag sa kanila?
Podmates.
Podmates! What's up, Podmates? If you want more of these things, if you're in your 20s figuring things out, well, you could listen to this person who came from a lot of ganaps and fully did things for the plot. You can check out Paano Kung. Ang dami ko ng mga Paano Kung na nasagot doon. And then I have a few nuggets here and there on TikTok and on Instagram at JoelleOL, JoelleOHWELL. Let's figure things out together. Hanapan ng ganito kasi yan sa mga Paano Kung nyo sa buhay.
Thank you so much po. And I really
Thank you.
enjoyed talking to you today. Finally, may
I
mga
know, I love it.
Yes! Yon. So if you enjoyed this episode, why not share this on your social media and tag us. It's at GKYPod on all social media platforms, and use the hashtag GKYPod. And ako naman, it's the Charles Jacob on all social media platforms. And lagi natin pakatandaan na we have a lot of access to any Lande area or Lande app. But at the end of the day, landi responsibly and landi with caution. At ito pa rin ang ganito kasi yan.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.